One of the first things you need to do when playing the Engineer class in Deep Rock Galactic is decide what grenade to run and what mods you want to run for your armor, platform cannon, and sentry turret. Choosing the best build to run for the items in your kit can take more time testing than you'd like to spend, or even worse, you just go with what sounds good, but really, you're just not that sure if you're making a good choice or a bad one. In this video, I want to go over the Engineer's kit and the mods I recommend to run so you have a good starting point when you're a beginner to the Engineer class or Deep Rock Galactic. Hi guys, I'm Legionless and this channel is about helping you enjoy your games more. If you want to enjoy your games more, subscribe to the channel and like this video to help me out. If you're watching this, I might be live on my Twitch channel where I'll be doing deep dives with viewers and answering questions you guys have about Deep Rock Galactic. For a while now, I've been trying to get a friend of mine into DRG and the Engineer sounded right up his alley, especially since I know it's one of the most well-rounded classes in the game that's able to do some really high single target damage and easily clear through waves of enemies by locking down an area so well that it's nearly impossible for enemies to get in when properly set up. Getting to that level of skill and expertise with the class isn't something you can achieve on day one, but building out your kit the right way is the first and one of the easiest steps you can take towards that destination. For the Engineer's Owl armor, I run Improved Generator in Tier 1, which is usually not what I run on my other classes. I usually run bigger mineral bags, so I can make less trips between Molly and whatever minerals I'm trying to collect. But I find that I play the Engineer as more of a combat class rather than for utility. What I mean is that I'm usually in the thick of the enemy, trying to clear away everything trying to kill my teammates, so they can be the ones getting the minerals and mission objectives. With Improved Generator, my shields begin to regenerate 1 second sooner, which can be really helpful when I need to get some health back in my shields. For those of you that want to play more utility focused, go with bigger mineral bag. In Tier 2, the answer is always to go with the increased max health. Your health is always available, but sometimes you won't have any shields because of shield disruption in the mission or deep dive you're running. In Tier 3, Hazmat System reduces the damage you take from poison by 50%, so Acid Spitters and Praetorian Spray, as well as Praetorian's Death Cloud, all do less damage to the Engineer. In Tier 4, I always go with Breathing Room, so I have 3 more seconds of invulnerability when I'm revived. I can shoot a grenade launcher or drop a grenade at my feet to clear away all of the enemies on my body and then run away to safety with all of this time. Some people swear by Shockwave or Static Discharge, but I found that I hardly ever notice their effects, so I typically don't run them. With the Engineer's platform gun, the build I use focuses on the way I play the class, which is fast and trying to control the flow of enemies so I can kill them with the sentry turret, grenades, or the weapons I have equipped. I go with Supercharged Feed Mechanism in Tier 1, Reduced Fall Damage from Tier 2, and Repellent Additive in Tier 3. I can shoot out platforms faster than normal, which is really important with how quickly gameplay moves at higher level missions and endgame content. Taking more time to place the platforms I need means less time with my weapons out protecting my team. Enemies avoid these platforms, which means that I can better control how they funnel to me. When I know the path they're gonna take, I set up traps like sticky grenades or the sentry turret to meet them and then clean up whatever's left with my weapons. This level of synergy is one of the ways the Engineer class is one of the best, if not the best, classes at securing a zone. If you're new to the class, you should go with expanded ammo bags in Tier 1 instead, but you should still go with repellent additive. You won't need the extra ammo as much, especially if you're getting fairly frequent resupply pods, and the benefits you get from bug repellent platforms are more than what more ammo will give you. For my sentry turret, I go with just the one, so in Tier 1, I use LMG MK2. This gives the turret more ammo capacity, damage, and range. Micromanaging 2 sentries with Gemini system is just too much of a headache to use. The turret works best when you can quickly set it up and forget about it while it does its job. In Tier 2, I cannot recommend Quick Deploy enough. It reduces the time to build your turret by 2 seconds, which can feel like an absolute eternity when swarms are sprinting towards you. Expanded ammo bags, giving 90 max ammo, and wide mouth refill port, which increases the amount of ammo you can reload into the turret per second, are both not nearly as influential as the reduced time to build a turret. I never find I run out of ammo with this build, and reloading the turret hardly takes much time at all. In tier 3, I personally go with stun because it increases the changes of every bullet stunning an enemy, which can really thin out a horde and make it easier for me and my team to kill enemies. Hardened rounds, which would cause the turret to break through armor more quickly, was a tempting choice, but really only very useful for guards and praetorians. With the weapons the engineer has, breaking armor isn't too tough to do, so stun is just much more helpful. Lastly, defender system is an incredibly easy choice to go with for tier 5. The turret gets 100% damage bonus and 160-degree scan angle. What all of this means is that it's so much better at killing enemies. All Hawkeye's system does is increase the range and lets you manually control who the turret targets, which is just more micromanaging. The grenade everyone who plays engineer uses is proximity mine. It's a sticky grenade that you can place and will detonate when anything larger than a little swarmer enters into its radius. It does about 110 explosive damage depending on how close to the blast radius something is. It will detonate 4 times before disappearing. That's 110 explosive damage 4 times. The reason why this is such a popular option is because you can funnel enemies into the paths you want them to take with your platforms. So the best places for proximity mines to go don't need to be guessed. You can make sure to place them where enemies will be and get multiple uses out of each mine. Honestly, it's kind of like having a lot more than the 4 mines you can carry because of how much usage you can get from each mine. I don't like the lure because you get as many in your inventory as the proximity mine, but the lure can be destroyed really quickly. It only has 50 health, which is about a third of a dwarf's health, so it doesn't take much time for it to no longer be of any use, even though it holds the attention of any enemy nearby instead of you or a teammate. You just get so much more value out of the proximity mines. With these builds for the tools in the engineer's kit, you'll be able to take the first step to becoming someone highly skilled at the game and can complete and maybe even carry Hazard 5 missions and endgame content like deep dives. Feel free to make any tweaks you'd like to the builds if they'll better fit the playstyle you want to play on the engineer. If you want to enjoy your games more, subscribe to the channel and like this video to help me out. Follow me on Twitter if you want to submit any questions to be answered live on my Twitch channel from the description below. Share this video with others so they can enjoy their games more, and thanks for watching.